So the 6 hours of Glen Helen endurance race is a 6-hour race, and it goes around this 15 to 25 minute course. It goes all up through the hills, and then there's even some road racing part of it, and it goes through a little bit of motocross track, but it's just like, the whole point is that you just have to keep going for 6 hours. So most people are doing it as a tag team effort where you have up to 3 people and 2 bikes. And for people doing the tag team race, it's broken down into your typical like age, displacement, skill groups. But then there's the Ironman class, which is not age, displacement, or skill. It's simply one rule. And the one rule is you race the entire race by yourself with one bike. So that's the class that I entered in. So let's start this video. I'll just commentate along the way. So it's supposed to be a dead engine start, as you can see, and there's the guy holding the green flag up in the corner there, and he just flicks the flag, and then you start your engine and you just take off. So thankfully I have the magic button, which makes things really easy. But I found myself pretty far up in the front, so I just kind of sent it and ate it. And so that was, hold on, let's look at that again. So I saw I was pretty far up there, and I just held on the throttle, and it was pretty sandy, so I thought I was going to be able to just like rail through this crap, but it did not work out for me. And man, I don't know how I didn't get hurt, because first of all, like the really hard foot plant right there, the foot plant, and it just sweeps my leg back into this unnatural bent position. Like, look at how my leg is bent back right there at the knee. Like, that's not even possible. I'm sitting here in my chair right now, and I can't even get like 25% of that bend just doing this normally. So I don't know how I didn't freaking like break something, but yeah, I just got back up, but the bike was in like 4th gear, so I was just killing the crap out of the clutch to get it going, and I was way in the back at that point, but that's fine, because I don't know, I just figured over the course of 6 hours of racing, things are probably going to settle into their natural order anyway. So yeah, a good start can definitely help, but I don't think it really makes or breaks your end result there. So, and it's really fun to like charge through the pack. So I had that opportunity. And so we all are kind of like riding really sloppy through this track portion. I don't know about everyone else, but I've never freaking ridden here or even been here at all. So I don't know what this dirt is all about, and then I don't know what the course is, and there's no sight lap or anything like that, because obviously you have 6 freaking hours to get used to the course, so they don't give any practice or anything like that. So for this first lap, everyone is going blind, so it's pretty much just a sloppy riding mess, but it's madness and it's fun. Also, that weird reflection happening on the screen is a crack in the GoPro screen. Like, I don't even know how it happened. Did it get hit by a speck of sand and shatter or something? I don't know, but my, not the screen, the lens. The lens on my GoPro is cracked in 2 places. I don't know what the heck happened. Freaking GoPro. that dude, the guy right in front of me, just looked back at me. That's a bad move. Anytime someone looks back at you during the race, you know you're gonna pass them, because the only reason they look back at you is, and I'm guilty of this too, is if they're trying to look for an excuse to let up. Like they're like, oh, winded and just want to brake. So you look back real quick to see if you can take a break. If someone's back there, they see you look and they're like, oh, he's done, I'm gonna go get him. So I saw him take that look and I just knew, yeah, I'm gonna get around him. And this guy was riding really good, but I was on him, but I wasn't, I don't know, ballsy or creative enough to get around him. He was riding really, really well. He didn't finish, but he put in a good effort. I think he stuck in there for quite a while. And then he got a good line to go around the guy on the DRZ, and I just didn't. I just wasn't creative enough, and it took me forever to get around him. And that guy on the DRZ, we'll see him a couple more times, which is foreshadowing bad things for me, because we should not be seeing him anymore, but we will. So that single track, it wasn't quite like single track, it was bordering on double track, but it was really fun. Like that was definitely the highlight of the race. You could just rail through that stuff. I pretty much suck at single track or that type of trail, but it was still really fun. And here we are coming up to the first traffic jam. And these traffic jams were not limited to the first lap. These traffic jams kept happening. And you'll see why in a second. But anyway, you could see people were going around each other, not really waiting in line, so I was like, yeah, I'll drink a little bit of that Kool-Aid, and I pushed myself up a little bit, past some people, like super cheap passes, which is just, I don't know, it's pretty lame. The guy in the orange on the KTM seemed to know what he was doing, so I was like, I'll just follow him wherever he goes, and we will get through this together. And I was trying not to hit him, but I kept getting slammed from the right and from the rear. Anytime I got hit from the right, I had to roll forward to make sure I didn't freaking fall over. Some people were being just straight up weirdos and just like forcing their way through, which whatever. I don't know what class they're racing. Maybe they're like, I don't know, maybe they're serious about this. And then it was like this strange off-camberness crap, and I just fell over. I wasn't able to plant my foot, and yeah. And I think DRZ guy made it around me again right there. So that's one time we saw him again. So that's the second time we've seen him. And this mud crap, it wasn't bad right here, but when it gets to the part, you'll see it here in a second, it gets to a point like kind of right here where it's a mix between like water and mud. It's like halfway between water and mud, and it's just this mucky crap that just like suctions your bike in. That caused some problems for just about everybody. this little trench right here was just a huge problem. And they ended up taking it away after the first lap, I think. After the first or second lap, they totally took this out of the course because it was just such a bottleneck. See, like, watch this guy. He's on like a 250, and he's having to clutch it to get his rear wheel to spin through that crap. And my bike could barely do it. I had to practically hold it to the rev limiter and slip the clutch to get through that. It would just suction your freaking bike into it. It was bad. Obviously, I'm a spoiled desert person, so I don't really get this type of stuff often, so I don't know what I'm doing. And we were stuck in this part at this bottleneck, and we could hear people hopping off the course. Even though you're not supposed to cut the course, you're not supposed to go off trail, we could hear people hopping off the course and going around us. So this guy decided he was gonna do that. I wanted to see if I could get through the whole course without cutting the course, so I just stuck it out. But we were waiting here for quite a while, and I could see a guy up there just struggling, so I just pulled up onto this semi-solid area.
Help this dude
and
get unstuck so we can get out of here.
Put my bike down and just wanted to unstick the guy who was up there. And here's DRZ guy for the third time. Go DRZ guy. We got him unstuck with some effort. Number 7. They had a good run. They were I think they were either the 40 plus or the 50 plus novice beginner doing the team race. And so they're older folk. I think they came in like pretty far back in their class, but they finished the whole thing. So they did the whole 6 hours. They just kept going. So that's pretty cool. Anyone who finishes this thing has done well, if you ask me, because it is not easy. And of course, because we unstuck the bottleneck, people just forced their way through and created a new bottleneck, which was silly, but that's how these things go, I suppose. And that kid got stuck, so we went up there to help him out, because a little kid's probably not going to be able to lift his bike out of anything, so it'd be pretty jacked up to just not help him. Even though we could have gone around at that point because his bike is so small, it was the right thing to do to just help him out. And if you noticed earlier, when I set my bike down, I made a bad mistake. Well, I guess, I don't know, it was probably the right thing to do, but I forgot that I turned the fuel off when I laid my bike over. So I'm waiting for this guy to get all the way through so I can just launch it through here. And I stuck into the wrong rut. And, yep, the bike just suctioned in and it was game over.
Sideways.
That person's telling me to watch out, but I was like, if you need to get around, figure it out. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna keep trying to get out of this. See, there you go. And here is where turning off the fuel bit me. So I didn't even remember to turn the fuel back on, and I'm like, oh no, why is it not starting? And there's literally like 5 minutes of me trying to start the bike. And I'll skip through it a little bit because it's kind of boring, but eventually I just resort to physically pulling the bike out of this crap, and I lean it over, and I'm like, okay, if it's not starting, it's probably because the carburetor vent hoses are plugged up with mud. So I grabbed a twig and started unplugging them. They were a little plugged, but that was obviously not my problem because the fuel was off. So I turned the fuel back on and off I went. It was really that easy. All I had to do was turn the fuel back on. Lesson learned, always check the basics. And man, after getting through all that mud, it was nice to be out of it, but at the same time, like, my boots were filled with mud and my gloves were just all slick and muddy, and I was not even through with the first lap, and I was like, wow, this is difficult. So already it was difficult, and I was a little bit demoralized, so I was kind of cruising a little bit right here. And there was nobody in sight. I couldn't see or hear anyone out there, so I was like, oh man, I'm probably just way in the back, because everyone else was just cutting the course and stuff to get through that. So I was feeling like I was way behind. And sorry, tree. My rear wheel slipped out going over that bump, and I just went straight in the tree. So right here, I heard bikes revving like crazy down here, thumping away, revving. So I was like, okay, it must be this way, not the other way. And then I see this.
Wrong way or what? No.
I couldn't hear him when he said there's no way out, but he was telling us that's the wrong way. You could see, you can't see it on the GoPro, but I could see like a pile of people that were just like crashed together or something. I don't know. That time I heard him, so.
It's the other way.
So we were in a little bit of a jam here. I probably should have just laid my bike over so he could get around, and then that way I could get around. it was like this awkward steepness, so I was having trouble pulling the bike over.
Can you turn around?
And then I didn't know if the kid was going to be able to get himself out of this situation, so I wanted to at least help him turn around.
Here, you hold your bike up, I'll spin you around. Okay. Yep, okay.
Those people, yeah, they were stuck at the bottom. They were just walking back up. He asked me, did we take a wrong turn? The answer's yes, but I just took off. I think that would send the message. And this was the correct way. So as much fun as the tight stuff was, it was pretty refreshing to see some open trail right here, some nice open road to just cruise on. Although later in the day, the open stuff was it was a struggle because it was all rutted and rocks and crap. That little mud puddle right there, that eventually got torn up, and there were just tons of bikes stuck in there at all times. It was great, and they eventually also took that out. They made people go around through a different trail for that one. And then once again here, I'm just feeling all alone. Can't see anyone, can't hear anyone. I don't know where I am. I've never been out here, don't know the course. So as you can see, some of this stuff was already a little bit rutted, and this was the first lap, and it got pretty bad. Part of the course here was this road section, which was pretty fun. Pretty much every time I hit it, I would get around some people, because I don't know why, but people were like afraid to go fast on it. I didn't even go fast on it there. I didn't know, like, I saw people going slow. I was like, maybe you're not supposed to race the road, but... And this thing right here, that right there, I'm gonna go back to it. This little concrete edge right here was the great equalizer for people running different types of tire inflation systems. It doesn't look bad on the camera, but it is a sharp square edge hit. So I was running 17 PSI tubeless, and right here, when I hit it here, which was going, I don't know, like 20, 30 miles per hour maybe, I don't know what it was, that was enough to dent my rim in so that I couldn't hold air. And I saw tons of people throughout the race with flat rears, flat fronts, and destroyed rims because of that thing. The guy parked next to it. It didn't matter if you ran tubes, tubeless, moose, didn't matter. The guy parked next to us was running a moose, and his rim was destroyed. Totally, his rear rim totally blown up. I was on tubeless 17 PSI, which is like, I thought that was a decent amount to prevent damage like that, but apparently not, because I ruined my rim. I'll take a picture of that and put it on here. And then obviously, if you're running a tube, you're dead right there. There's just no chance. So I saw a lot, when I was going through the pits, I saw lots of people changing their whole wheel out. Not just the tire, just changing to a new wheel. I unfortunately didn't have that luxury. I would have done it. It would have helped me. It would have been worth the time to change the wheel, because I ran the rest of the race on a flat, which sucked. So next time, I'll probably bring a spare set of wheels, because everyone else did. Right here, I just chilled because there was a lot of rocks and stuff, and I didn't know what I couldn't see because of the water. I'm used to riding on dry riverbeds, so I really don't know what I'm doing when it's wet like that, so I decided to just play it safe. This little sand pile was super fun, and you could make a lot of passes right here. And oh man, when the super fast people were going through that, it was incredible. It opened my eyes to what is possible with riding. It was just amazing how they would skim through the whole thing as if it were like a flat section. They're just skimming over the tops of all the bumps in that sand. It's crazy. I was thinking about holding it on over the top of that crest, but I'm glad I didn't, because it just goes straight into like a cliff face. I could hear someone super fast coming up on me, so I just tried to hold my line and not do anything squirrely, because I didn't want to get wrecked. But I could hear him coming up from like way back. When you hear them coming from far and they're just like revved out and charging, you know it's gonna be someone freaking fast. And there he was, 777. That's the team that won the overall event. So I was just kind of starstruck right here, and I was just watching him like in awe. I was literally just watching him right here, like, wow, that's amazing. Still watching him, and boom, all of a sudden I'm off the track. I was like, oh, what happened? Maybe I shouldn't watch the fast people while I'm trying to ride. Let's look at that again. That was my finest moment of the race. Just, wow, look at him. Oh no. Oh, that was beautiful. So silly. Oh man. It's amazing that I didn't get hurt in this race. The amount of time, over 6 hours of doing this and going down just like every lap. It's amazing. I am walking today. Oh, here comes another just outstanding idiotic moment. I'm just flying down this straight, and I totally missed the turn. I suppose I was a little distracted by that guy who also missed the turn, but really it was pretty obvious. I should have noticed that. And then for the first lap here, so this was the stadium truck track, and I didn't know that you could just send these jumps like 5th gear wide open and it would be fine. So for the first lap here, I'm all timid, just like barely going over them. And then right here, was my first suspicion that there might be something wrong with my clutch. You could see right there, I was wiggling it back and forth a little bit to check the free play, and the free play was pretty opened up. It was definitely hot. But by the end of the race, my clutch was done. I had to, after like the third lap, I had to go into just saving the bike mode, and I was just trying to make it through without breaking the bike down. First pit stop here.
Towel.
Towel?
Yeah, just, oh man, it's freaking gnarly out there.
The white one? Yeah. You just slip it?
I ate it so many
saw
times.
You eat it over there. You okay?
I know. Yeah, I'm fine.
You need anything
I
else?
freaking flew off the course so hard. So hard, like completely off.
Your goggles good?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's all.
Yeah.
Let's see. What I got?
So that was my friend Matt. He was able to make it out, and I am so thankful that he made it out to this, because I would not have, I don't think I would have made it if I didn't have him there helping me with the bike and stuff. I just went into this mode of like, I just can't concentrate on anything but just riding. Like, I couldn't even keep track of the laps between pitting, so I was like, dude, can you just take care of everything? Just track the laps and manage, like, just tell me when I need to pit, and then do everything that needs to be done when I pit, because I am like fried. That happened like 2 hours in. I was like, I'm done thinking about anything. I just have to, you need to do the bike stuff, and I need to just concentrate on like shoving down some salt pills and some sugar and water while I'm at the pit. And that worked out super well. We ended up having like really fast pit stops over the whole 6 hours. We didn't even spend, I don't think we even spent like 10 minutes in the pits. We had super fast pit stops. Every time I just hop off the bike, he'd do whatever he needed to do to the bike, and then I would do whatever I needed to do to my body, and then I'd get back on and go off. And I think that really helped. We had an awesome thing going there. It was great. But yeah, so that was a whole first lap. Took almost 40 minutes for the first lap, and then after that, my lap times were between I think like 19 and 23, maybe like 20 and 25. I don't know, somewhere around there. Overall, for this being our first time trying to put on an Ironman effort, or even trying to do a long endurance race at all, for it being the first time, we did super well. We beat over half the field that were doing the tag team race. I don't know, I'm super happy with that, because I was riding the Ironman, so to beat anyone doing the tag team race, I was happy with that. There was over 100 teams. We got 58th or something like that. 58th, I think, for the overall place. And then for the Ironman class, we did 8th place, which is, again, just so amazing. Like, I'm so happy with that. For it being the first time, and just seeing the results afterward, I was so happy. 8th place out of, I think it was 27, I don't know, like 18 finishers in the Ironman. That's over half. I was up there contending with people who are like real racers. It was cool. I didn't think I had it in me, but now I know, like, it was just cool. I should just stop patting my own back right there. But I just feel so good about that, and I can't wait to do it again. We're gonna try to make the 24. There's also a 6 hours of Glen Helen, 10 hours of Glen Helen, and 24 hours of Glen Helen. I'm gonna be away at work for the 10 hours, but the 24 we're gonna try to do it. If I can't put a team together for that one, I'll just do it Ironman. That's gonna suck. That's gonna suck so hard. But if I can put a team together, and if anyone out there wants to do this crap, the 24, it's like a whole 24 hours straight of this. If you're interested in that and you're motivated to get out there and keep going and not quit, then we would definitely have you on our team. It would be cool. It's gonna be at least Matt and I. We're definitely gonna, if we have to, we'll do it just the two of us and 2 bikes. But it'd be better to have a full team. It really would. But man, I just think about Ironmanning that, and then I think about how difficult this 6-hour one was, and I'm like, geez, because that is a long time to just keep going. Through this one, it got to a point during this one, I think it was like 3 hours in, where I was struggling mentally. I was like, man, what is the point? This sucks. Like I kept getting stuck in mud, kept crashing. I was just beat. Like I was like, this sucks. This is not good. But at some point that just turned into like laughing and enjoyment, and it was just awesome. And I went from like totally down to totally happy and just having the time of my life for the rest of the race. I went from so far down to just having an awesome time, and I was like, what? Why am I having an awesome time now? And it was just because of the struggle. Like I just realized like the struggle is the whole point. It is the whole point. Like I'm not out there to win the overall or anything, so why am I even out there? There's absolutely no reward, so might as well just enjoy the terrible struggle of it. And I really did. I really was able to, and I had an awesome time. After this race, I think this race may have changed my whole outlook on life, because I'm gonna be honest, my life feels like it's been a huge struggle just to result in terrible failure. So I'm like, I've been really not having a good time with life. But after this race, I was like, maybe I need to go so hard in life that I feel like I'm in this race. Like where I'm like, it just sucks so bad. Why am I doing this? Maybe I need to hit that point, and maybe I will be able to just start enjoying the struggle. Maybe it's that right now I'm just not struggling bad enough. Maybe life just isn't the 6 hours of Glen Helen yet. And maybe I just need to make life a lot worse, and maybe that will make life better. Sounds odd, but I think I'm going to try that. Anyway, there was about 5 more hours of doing this same course, same struggle. So I'm done with the commentary here, and I'm just gonna replay this whole video without the commentary, so if you wanna watch it without my annoying voice, then you can just do that.
Let's help this dude get unstuck so we can get out of here. Me sideways. All right. Fuck. Fucking. Goodness. Fucking. Okay. It's the other way. Can you turn around? Here. Here, you hold your bike up, I'll spin you around. Okay. Yep, okay. Yeah, just, oh man, it's freaking gnarly out there.
The white one? Yeah. You just slip it in?
I ate it so many
I saw
times.
You fucking eat it over there. You okay?
I know. Yeah, I'm fine.
You need anything
I
else?
freaking flew off the course so hard. So hard, like completely off.
Your goggles good?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, that's all.
Yeah.